is history. When it comes
Right,
down to O Block, because everybody, O
right,
Block is like a historic place right now. Everybody talk about O Block, all around the
right.
world. So, what year did you make O Block headquarters, and was it called O Block back in the days?
Now, O Block was Parkway Gardens, and O Block has never been headquarters for Black Disciples. The Calumet building, which was on 62nd and Calumet, that was headquarters
Mm,
for Black Disciples. When I was uh, gave the title Minister of Defense, at the time that the Don became the Don of Dons and Shorty Freeman became the king of the nation. I went on to establish that Calumet building as such. The brother Scan, he was 14 years old when I allowed him in the nation, and he grew to be very powerful. But that's how we raised the brothers and sisters around us. We taught them the law. And that's why we always say law govern all events. Nobody bigger than the law, not the king, the don, nobody. And I
mm.
heard the don mention that he had got violated. That was in Stateville Penitentiary uh, when one of the brothers set up to have all the police white shirts hit in Stateville. Well, who was that? They shipped him. That was KT. KT. He laid there and moved brothers from different houses, and they found two brothers in the cell house that wasn't supposed to be in the cell house, and they traced them back to their cells and found other brothers in their cell, traced them. So they saw a big ass conspiracy
Who were
going on.
updated. So I put them laws out. When I put the literature out, telling people how they was and what used to happen back in the day, how we helped the peoples, how we had our own barbecues and family gatherings. These guys didn't know nothing. Man, ain't nobody else did none of that stuff. And these guys that's out here now, they're constantly getting on Facebook, talking all that stuff, giving these brothers the wrong impression. You dig? They should be the main ones, you dig, trying to come on with. All of them know me, man, and they know I'm a good guy. Oh, Ike Taylor, all of them. This baloney needs to stop. And the other guys that's running around here with they mess, man, you be surprised. Like I told you, you dig what I'm saying? These guys can talk about everybody else, but what they was doing to the members. When I tell you I came back in 76 and had to fight for King Dave and King Hoover respect, I'm telling you the truth. They were raping the members, extorting them. They were doing everything. And half of them that got out of jail now, they running around hiding because they scared to get caught in the city for what they done did to a lot of them brothers in them jails and everything else. So them the ones constantly bad mouthing me, lying, and don't want to mess with other GD members that's righteous. You dig what I'm saying? Because they scared to death. That's why half of them
Okay.
hide.
Two things. Two things. One thing is that the blueprint is definitely functional amongst the righteous and amongst the willing when it comes down to growth and development. Larry Hoover's vision definitely is being implemented, and it is brothers and sisters who have successfully did things in their life based off the vision and the blueprint. So that's one thing. You know what I'm saying? That got to be said. And the other thing is this: why is it that you had to fight for King David and Larry's respect and privilege?
Because people wasn't respecting them no more. When King Dave died and things like that, and you had certain peoples running around, you dig, the same peoples that had to get violated, you dig, when we come together in 69 and chase to the west side that became royal family members and other things was the same ones up in the jail. Very disrespectful, had put them a mob together and they was doing things. You dig? Them the brothers, them the brothers that we had to go against. When I tell you the nation was in an uproar, the nation was in an uproar. Believe me, guys didn't know whether they was with Hoover or Don Booney. You dig what I'm
Mm,
saying? And it was like that.
so what was one of the best moments in your disciplism, or your best moments in you being a BD? And what is one of the worst moments you had as a BD?
I ain't had none. I ain't had no good or bad. You dig?
Mm,
My life been a disciple life. You dig what I'm saying? And my love been for both. You dig? The chairman and King Day. You dig? And any member, you dig, that's up under them. And they caught and stuff, I'ma be there with them. I'ma fight right by their side. I ain't gonna walk away and say, oh, here, no. It ain't like that. No.
mm. So how long did
Anything,
it take? Go ahead, TP. Go ahead.
how long did it do what?
How long did it take for you to write the literature? And where
From
exactly did
19,
you write the Universal Code of Law? How long did it take you to
I
write it, and
finished
where did
in,
you write it
I,
at?
I finished in 1978. From 1976 to 1978, you dig, it was finished during the Crown and the Shorty. That's why if you look in the literature, it tells you about the Crown and the Shorty and all of that.
Mm. So, who was the first person that you gave the literature to? Who was the first person to see it?
Man, I couldn't tell you that. When we got through writing the literature, you did call every day as I put things together, laws and stuff, we was already practicing it in the Cook County Jail. We was on that F block. Then we started branching out to other blocks. And that's when we started putting it all together.
Mm. How does it feel to go into neighborhoods where BDs are and they don't? I'm not going to say they don't respect you, but they don't understand the sacrifice that you have made for the organization.
Man, if peoples don't know, they don't know. It ain't their fault. You see what I'm saying? It ain't their fault. Look at all these young guys out here. A lot of them is hollering GD and don't even know who their leader is. You know, and you ask, well, I'm from the neighborhood, or my friend is one, so I became one. We all dealing with the same thing. But when I move around, believe me, man, I get my respect. You dig? I get my respect. You know, man, serious. Man, look. Dangerous it is out here. I'm telling you, man, people see me and they be done. Where's your, and I don't even know these people, but they know me from pictures and everything. Man, it's people's out here loyal to me, man, because of what they uncles and mothers that told them about the Don Dirk they know. You see what I'm saying? So don't think a lot of people don't know the truth. They know the truth, and I'm not being disrespected. You did by none. Most of the disrespect might come from some of these guys that want to play like they King Shorty crazy. You dig? And they on the run and left Chicago for some reason, and they think I'm finna set them out or get them caught. And they lying, but it's the same way all the way around the board. You see what I'm saying? But hey man, that's our trouble out here. We got undesirables that don't want to see nothing happen. A lot of them the toll on peoples, and they back out here. You see what I'm saying? Man, it's man. I
So I
don't
mean,
know.
so it's the best. So it's the best. What's the best thing for y'all to do? And I'm saying you and advisor both. What's the best thing and it's the wisest thing for y'all to do was to create D Nation. I mean, by y'all
What what
creative
what
D
what?
Nation, wouldn't isn't that taking away from
But
y'all legacy?
now you have to understand, man. King Dave has always been our king, and King Dave always been a disciple. Everything grew from the disciple nation. We called them branches. You dig allies. You dig what I'm saying? From the Dale Vikings to the Latin Maniac Disciples, Simon City Roars, the Cobras, you name everybody that have been with us, that they got to understand with us. When we greeted each other with the crossing of the chest and the stacking. That's how we greeted everybody that was a part of the disciple nation.
Mm. So when it comes down to literature, um, the brothers watching, they saying that it was more than just one person who had something to do with the literature. So you wasn't the only one who wrote the literature, were you?
Yeah, I'm the only one wrote the literature. Why can't nobody else come to the table and say they wrote the literature? Where's somebody else? Come on, man, give me who else to walk with King Day? Who else knew the stuff that I knew to write down? Who else wrote a prayer like I wrote about this disciple nation when it started and how it was when King Day took over? Come on, show me who else can do that. The only thing somebody helped me do was spell some misspelled words.
That's
I'm still
real.
waiting. I'm still waiting on somebody to tell y'all he lying. I wrote the literature. I put this in. I'm waiting on that. Why it ain't never happened to this day? And you want to know something else? Before the blueprint came out, everybody was up under the law. Everybody.
139.
Everybody was up under the law. A
So
lot of
you saying,
things
hold on,
changed.
are you saying that at one point in time everybody was under the universal code of law?
Yeah, because there wasn't no other literature but that literature. It wasn't no other literature but that literature. Yes. That's why a lot of GDs know about the universal code of law and the prayers. Hoover name always been in it. And I just told you before that old boy is the one that tried to remove names. I'm the one, after I got out, started putting the names back in. Then a lot of people talking about, he changed the law, he can't do this. And I'm like, man, this ain't the real law. You dig? I went against people's about the law. Yeah, everybody was up under that. A lot of people can quote the law. I just told you the blueprint first was wrote in 1983 in Stateville Penitentiary in D House. That's when it was
So
put together.
okay, so basically you saying that did King David have any other? Did he know these laws? Did you just? I mean, this
No,
something you
King
just
Day
came up
didn't.
with?
King Day, listen, bro. King Day didn't know these laws. King Day didn't even write no teachings of laws. All this stuff was done after King Dave died. You see, when I gave that, hello,
Okay, you
hello.
still there? You was breaking up a little. You was just a little. Yeah, can you
Oh,
hear me?
yes, sir.
Okay, okay, excellent. So if you can repeat what you were saying because you was all breaking up.
Okay,
Everything was chopped up.
I said, no, King Day never wrote no literature. King Day never wrote no laws. You dig? I put the laws together after he died, and I called myself capitalizing off a lot of things that happened during the time King Day was living. You dig? That's why I said we can't, excuse me, that's why I said we can't mess with each other women's, you see, or mess with each other family members unless we was gonna be loyal to them. We cannot argue in public with each other. If we had a disagreement, we pulled each other over. You dig? We had to respect, hey, remember, as we respect ourselves. You see what I'm saying? And it was just about unity. That's what it was about. But everything that King David turned on each other on back in the day is what I wrote against, so we wouldn't make them same mistakes.
That's definitely real. So you just to clarify, because brothers want to know. So the BGDs went by the Universal Code of Law as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me state this again. When King Hoover came over to the nation, and King Day crowned him king over the gangster nation, they start crossing their chests, they start stacking them. They accepted the heart, the horns, the devil tail, and the pig parts. They accepted all of that. He did not have his own literature. He did not have the representation that they have now. You dig? Everything came from the six, came from the house of David, you know, and we pledge to love every member as we so love ourselves. And we stuck, well, I can't say everybody's sticking to it, but we sticking to it. I don't care what nobody tell you about me. If I fight, I'm fighting because I was attacked. You see, because somebody did something to me. You dig? I'm not never finna fight no gangster. You dig what I'm saying? Or nothing. Come on, man. Come on. This.
That's
Oh no.
real. So was King David, was he like a revolutionary, like how Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, like, because I mean he did have black disciples, so he had to know who he was as a black person.
Yeah. King Dave was a disciple. It's different tales about what he was before he came to the disciple nation, you know. But what I do know is when he came and he spoke and used to tell us how we supposed to be, and taught us how to box. He had swimming class. Man, we did everything. The man was like a father to us. You see what I'm saying? And hey man, I remember when we first come together, man, how much love it was. You did with us, you did, and King Hoover them, you did coming in. You know what I'm saying? Man, we surrounded the police station on 61st Street when they arrested King Dave. We went through every throw on 63rd Street. We told the Arab, Indians, and everybody else they could no longer do business in our community if they didn't hire somebody from our community. Man, that's the
Mm.
stuff we was doing.
So what changed? I'm saying what? Okay, so after
What
King
changed?
David,
What changed?
what changed?
King Day died. King Day died. King Hoover went to jail. You see, and by him not having, you dig, real access to people. People went to talking about. They've been talking to him, knowing they was lying, or he told me this, or when we was in jail together, y'all know I used to be with him all the time, and all this. That's why I say sometimes a person can be seen with you, and then people to get it wrong, thinking this guy is one of the shot callers or something, and this guy that got away with murder. You thinking that's what's going on now? Everybody out here want to use his name. You dig what I'm saying? Don't have no proof to this man giving them any leadership. They lying about talking to him because ain't nobody talking to him. And the sis told me when I just talked to her, they just got the rights to talk back with him. You see what I'm saying? So all this stuff people talking about, they talking to him and he telling them this and telling them that. No, sir, it's not true.
Mm. So I mean, why is it that, with David doing so many positive things, and the vision he had, that's what I'm saying. Like, what happened where you couldn't keep the grip on the black disciples pushing what he wanted to be
When
pushed? Like, how did you
when
lose
when when
control?
when
How did you lose
when
control?
when I crowned Shorty, like I said, and all the difficulties started, you see, it was peoples that liked him, that followed him as a king. You see, and I still had everybody that was loyal and obligated to me from the day I put this thing back together that knew about it. And them the peoples that followed me. A lot of people was mad at me, you dig, because I told them, stay with him, you dig. But what? Because I wanted them to see for themselves what type of person he was and for them to make up their mind. And if they wanted to come on, you did come on. But I wanted them to see. And when things started happening to them, and this man started doing stuff to them the same way and taking money from them and all, even with Bell, look at with Bell. People want to say Bell did this. Bell didn't do nothing unrighteous. Didn't do nothing. The man forsake Bell.
Mm. So what? what is some things that you have taken from because you say Larry Hoover is your king still, and he's still alive. So, what is some things that you have learned from him? What's some wisdom that you have got from him? What's some good
From,
jewels that you have
from
received from him?
the chairman is very much like me, man. He a good man. You know, being a leader, man, it ain't easy. We gonna make good decisions. We gonna make bad decisions. You know what I'm saying? And what I learned from him was the same thing I told him when they first did that march on City Hall. I told him, no, you ain't ready for that. But he let them guys tell him he was ready, and look what happened then. You see, then other things start happening. You dig? And he started plunging down. And then everybody that was supposed to have been righteous more so that was around him, man, look, they came up under him with follies. You dig what I'm saying? He had some righteous brothers with him. I ain't gonna say he didn't. But a lot of these guys that went over to him, that accepted him as their king, you dig, because I wasn't playing no games with him. You dig, was the same guys, a lot of them, that brought him down, man, brought him down. They brought him down. But answer this question, you know,
Mhm.
here it is, they want to talk about I'm a stool pig and this and that. But some of the members that they had amongst them, now go back to Stateville when they told on them guards, when they told about the drug coming in and how much money you dig was coming in. You dig what I'm saying, just to get out of jail. Told on people, you dig, but people act like that was all right. They didn't crucify them people, but they want to
Right.
call everybody else stool pigeons and everything else when some of the same peoples that they call themselves honoring dishonored the organization and the chairman. But they ain't talking about that because a lot of them is in cahoots. When we was in Stateville, when the chairman was snatching positions and ranks from a lot of them, from a lot of devious shit they was doing, you dig? When they snatched the chief away, these niggas, by people not knowing it, last knowing that these guys was chief, these guys went on with their bullshit. Because the chairman couldn't tell nobody, hey, this guy ain't that, this guy ain't. He couldn't tell nobody that. That's why the nation is like it is.
Well, uh, it's a very broad, what I'm saying, question, and there's so many layers to the answer, why things are the way they are. But at the end of the day, it come a point in time where we got to come together, what I'm saying, as a village and to take our communities back. So, what are some of the things that you're doing in the community to take the community back or help the youth or help the people?
You know, my thing is, if we can all just come together and unify, just the ones that really want to step up, man, the rest of them gonna come when they see the good we doing. We just need some to come on with it. All these guys running around there talking about they leaders, but ain't none of them stepped up to the plate. You got to doing something out here. Gator, but what Gator call themselves? People. Then you got Chairman White. They switching lanes. Then you got another guy. You did running the home club, but they loyal to the chairman. But they is doing them because it's too much going on with this other stuff that these brothers talking about. But I'm honoring everybody and everything.
Now, okay, I think because you were breaking up, I heard you say something about Big Homies Club. I heard you say
Yeah,
like
the big
basically the guys not. Yeah,
no,
say it again because you were breaking up.
okay, hold on, let me go back outside there. You got Gator representing United in Peace. He's not representing growth and development. You got Wendy. She represents switching lanes. You dig what I'm saying? Then you got the brother named Big
Right.
E. You dig that's loyal to the chairman. and he represents the homie club. And he doing good things in the name of the chairman. You see what I'm saying? But people need to understand, you know, what's going on out here. You know what I'm saying? And don't nobody really know what the chairman orders is, but what everybody needs to do, no matter what they represent, is start trying to get it together. You dig? So we can see if it's a possible chance these people will let him go. You know, come on,
That's
man. We
right.
can go to Springfield. Everybody else march for the people. Man, they done let bummers go. They done let people with all these murders go, all kind of heinous crimes. And this man's still in there. Come on, man. Come on. Come on.
That's real.
And
Oh,
then,
I gotta tell you, Wendy do not mess with Switch Lanes. She don't promote Switch Lanes. I don't even think Switch Lanes is a company no more, actually.
no, well,
Yeah.
that's what she represented.
Yeah, that
Switching
was a while
lanes.
ago. That was a while ago, but that not up to date. I'm just, I'm very sure of that. You know what I'm saying? But the key
Well,
moving
I
forward
know.
though,
Well,
huh?
she must have just had to change it in the last few days because that's her charter name and that's what they doing business from.
Mm,
Yeah, serious.
mm, mm. Go ahead, drop them bombs, Don. Drop
Yeah,
them bombs. Hey,
yeah.
that's real. That's real. You know what I'm saying? So what can we do? Like, why is it that? Because I hear you talking about what the old man Larry and the GDs. Like, what can why ain't you going marching on every block and going to every BD block?
Hey, we do. We out here for real, man. All you gotta do is put your ear to the ground. We see everywhere. We out here. You see what I'm saying? And we moving around. We helping families, talking to people. When phone calls come in and these people saying, can you help us because they trying to make my son join a gang or these guys, if it's stones, Lord, we'll get with the leaders and we'll go over them people's house and we'll talk. And then the people we know in these neighborhoods, we'll get with them. You dig? And man, we done got a lot done. We done got a lot done. Man, don't let nobody tell you ain't out here. You dig?
That's
Tell
real.
somebody, man, look, we out here for real. You dig? They see us and they know where we be at. What it is, they ain't out here. You dig? They scared to come out and empty the garbage. They scared to go to school. You dig? They scared to go to the blocks talking about who they is. They ain't doing none of that. Everywhere I go, I'm Don Dirk. I ain't had nothing. When they at 3 times they took me back to court. My parole officer say he's still in the game. And I told the judge, I said, y'all, I ain't in no game, but I didn't lie to y'all neither. You think I didn't tell y'all I wasn't Don Dirk. I said, but we ain't doing what they doing out there. We trying to stop it. And the judge said, what he here for? He in the game, y'all. What? Show me what I did wrong. And then when they took me back again, talking about the police and say, I got guys doing this and doing that, the judge said, well, why they ain't arrested him? Don't bring this man back to my courtroom and then end up transferring my parole officer giving me another.
Mm.
You know, come on, man. I ain't got time for this bullshit. I be on TV telling people who I am. Don Dirk ain't a bad name. I ain't no gangbang. I ain't gangbang because I'm Don Dirk. The
That's
Disciple
real.
Nation is not a game. Growth and development is not a game. The people that's using the name, you dig, is what's giving us a bad taste. And that's these same guys talking about their board members or whatever. You dig, scared to even sit their own sons down or daughters and talk to them. Because they talking to them, man, you ought to see what I see out here. These guys need to stop. We out
Mm.
here. And I'm telling you, I got Shorty. You dig, and they discipline, and they honorable. You see, we ain't playing them games. Just like I done told everybody I mess with. I catch you throwing the rakes down, we gonna break them goddamn fingers. You dig? We ain't playing.
Mm.
Yeah, we
That's
ain't playing
real.
with it at all.
That's real. That's definitely real. And we got some viewers who just want to clarify. They say they speak to Wendy all the time, and she definitely don't advocate switch lanes. You know, so we just
Okay,
want to, yeah,
well,
clarify that.
okay, well, if that's what they saying, the next time I see Wendy, I'm gonna find out for myself. And if I'm wrong, ain't no big deal. But the
That's right.
last time I know that I talked to them, they were doing the switching lane thing. So if I'm wrong, you dig, I apologize, but it ain't that I'm lying on her or anything like that. But I do know that she had a program about
Yeah,
switching lanes.
that's right.
And they was growing from it. So if
That's
that's the
real.
case,
And a
yeah,
lot
if
of brothers, asking right now. You know, you it seemed like you speak on uh the GDs a lot when it come down to the leadership and things of that nature. You know, why you not addressing the BD leadership? Because the BD leadership is what got a lot of stuff going on, or a lot of turmoil in the community. You know, you being that's why I asked you about your legacy. You know, because in a way, we like you're a historic figure to me. But you know, a lot of people say you diminished your legacy after you started this D Nation, you know, organization, because you know you got you if somebody was to ask you if you really BD, you know, or ask Buzz you BD, you know, y'all gonna
I
be say that y'all D Nation.
no, sir. We are BDs, but we took the B and put it on the shelf. See, it's these titles that we got. You dig that got everybody at each other head. So I'm saying, man, we all up under the same 6-pointed star. You dig? We know who we are. But man, let's get away from all this folly out here and let's come over here. You dig what I'm saying? Go back to the roots and let's join hands and maybe we can change things out here. You see what I'm saying? And stuff. I talk to BDs every day, all the time. You dig? A lot of these brothers, man, is sorry. You dig what I'm saying? It ain't like it used to be. Some of them on drugs, some of them doing the lean, the pills. You dig? These guys to let go. But every time you see them, they hollering BD. You see? And they just giving everything a bad name. Instead of them going on about their business or trying to go to a program and get themselves together, you dig? They drinking more. They drinking the lean. They doing even I done found out even the damn Sherm is back out here. You
Mm.
see, so I'm just saying, man, come on, let's look. It's on both sides. But those
Mm.
that wanna be clean, man, and we wanna do the right thing, what's so difficult about us coming together? And we can straighten that other mess out.
I mean, the thing is that a lot of people feel like you dividing, you know, excuse me, that you dividing, you know, the brothers up anyway, you know, about what you doing, because you could have just stayed, you could have just stayed, you know, everything BD, you know, and did it like that, and worked on a house of BD instead of, you know, creating a D Nation where you
Bruh,
bring
bruh,
in
bruh,
brothers
bruh,
who,
bruh,
go ahead.
I am working on BD Nation. I